Hi, X. It's been a while since I last posted. I'm using the pseudonym Tarnbeck, but I am the Kiwi fossil hunting Anon from a year or so back. I've returned to share a number of odd encounters from my childhood house, outside of Warrington in the UK. I'm currently at work, so my replies may be delayed. I appreciate your patience. I grew up in a small town called Runcorn, next to the neighboring town of Warrington. I spent the first 10 years of my life in the same house, before emigrating to NZ with my family. The house wasn't anything special, not an old Victorian building, nor a new construction. From the best of my knowledge, it was built in the 80s, however the events that took place there were far from normal. One of my formative memories is waking up to my room bathed in a brilliant blue glow. I don't remember how old I was during this experience. My best guess would be 5 years old. My room was one on the second story, facing our fenced-off backyard, with a surrounding forest outside its border. I distinctly remember 3 figures inside my room. Their appearance was hazy, and almost two-dimensional, as if they were shadows on my walls. I remember them approaching my bed, and then that's it. For the first 10 years of my life, I was utterly terrified of anything even remotely related to aliens, for no apparent reason as well. The depiction of a stereotypical gray would cause me to freeze, have an uncontrollable panic attack, or in extreme cases, wet myself. The older I get, I'm 25 now, the more I think that the memory of the figures in my room was some sort of abduction. As a young child under the age of 5, I had a habit of laughing in my sleep, sometimes until the point of tears. I would also wriggle around and stretch my arms up, as if interacting with an unseen person. This would often perplex my mom and dad, putting them on edge. Eventually they paid it no mind, chalking it up to just a normal occurrence. This was until one night, they are both watching a movie on the couch downstairs, the living room adjacent to the staircase that leads to the upstairs, and a corridor connecting the landing to my room. Mom decides it's time to check on me. I would have been around 3, as my younger sister wasn't born yet. She heads upstairs, leaving my dad on the couch. Reaching the top of the landing, she can see through a small crack in my door, and by the moonlight of my open curtain, a figure standing over my bed, and me, as usual, laughing in my sleep. Assuming my dad had beat her upstairs, and was playing with me in the crib, she headed back down. Finding my dad on the couch, she comments that he made it back down here fast, adamantly refuting that he had not left the couch. They both flew upstairs to find the door wide open, every light in the room now on, and me laughing to the point of tears, sitting up in bed with my eyes closed, fast asleep. One of the strangest incidents occurring at the home happened to my mother. This occurred in early 2007, when our belongings were being removed from the house by movers and placed in containers ready to ship over. We had an oven, cooker top with an extractor fan attached above. This fit into an alcove in our kitchen, with about an inch between the extraction unit and the ceiling. The whole unit was about 7 feet tall and 4 feet off the wall, so was quite sizable. For years, socks had been going missing in the house, just the odd one here and there, but we were left with a large number of single socks in a drawer, without their partner. Mom came home from work one afternoon to find the movers finishing up for the day. One of them asked her, "Are these yours?" Handing her 3 neat piles of clean, pressed socks. She quickly realized that the socks were the many that had disappeared over the years. In disbelief, she asked the movers where on earth they had found the socks, as she had practically turned the house upside down on many occasions trying to find them. The worker told her that they were in 3 neat piles, at the very back of the 1-inch gap between the extraction unit and the ceiling. The socks didn't have a speck of dust on them, but the top of the unit was caked in a thick layer. There was also no evidence the unit had ever been moved. What the fuck? I don't have many. I do have a very distinct picture in my mind's eye of a woman standing by my door, with light coming through behind it, obscuring her features. The prospect of a possible abduction is terrifying, and I have a feeling there are other instances of people, beings in my room, but I can't quite recall them. Okay, just finished work. One strange thing that happened around the house was a ceiling fan in my parents' bathroom, which until a few years ago I always assumed was automatic. It would turn on the moment I walked in there for a drink of water, which was a daily occurrence as I just preferred to drink straight from the tap, and theirs was the coldest water. The fan was never automatic, and had to be turned on via a switch on the far wall, well away from the lights.